This is the Broadtek and Promwad podcast, where tech meets business in the evolving world of AV and broadcast. Today we're spotlighting digital signage. From interactive retail experiences to large-scale displays, we uncover the trends, technologies and tactics behind designing signage solutions that engage, inform and inspire.
I want to bring the conversation around digital signage because there's usually three choices there: Windows, Linux, or Android. Tell me the pros and cons of each one.
I think that the most popular is Android, and the main thing why it is popular and its advantage, there are a lot of applications based on the Android, so you can reuse it on different kind of platforms. So there are a lot of engineers who are related to the Android. For example, there are not so much developers who do want to develop, let's say, even cross-platform application for Windows and at the same time for Android and for Linux. Android, it seems to me that more supportable and easy to migrate from one operational system to another. Google and chip vendors provides the security patches for the Android operational system. Yeah, the Windows and Linux, they also provide it as well, and it is also can be done. The migration also can be done, but Windows platform, they are very specifically related, or let's say they have more huge dependencies with the hardware platform. So it doesn't mean that you are not able to migrate. It is possible, but in Android case, it would be much easier to do so. For Linux, yeah, you can do everything stable and reliable on Linux. You can also apply patches on Linux, but from the software point of view, you would need to develop approximately from scratch each application which is used for conferencing, for educational, and for advertising panels, and so on and so forth. So for Android, it's more or less easy. It has browser inside. It is comfortable to work with it from the engineering point of view. So that's in general pros and cons for the provided operational systems.
Are most of your customers Android and Linux based?
Yeah, and most of the chip vendors support Android. A year ago, we had a discussion with different chip vendors, and what we've got for them, that some chip vendors provide Linux SDK for just few SoC, for another one by specific request. Another major chip vendor, they highlighted that their plans are to cover all the chips with Android, and the legacy stuff, which would be about 20 or 25%, would be related to Linux. So Android is more popular even among the chip vendors.
The perception has always been Linux is a more stable, ecosystem. Is that right? Is that what you get from a lot of your clients?
Not from the more of our clients, but some of the clients, they provide solution based on Linux because of the specific business, and they have some requests for their panels which should be related based on Linux.
Like, if we're comparing in terms of both Linux and Android, I mean, what I get the impression of with Android is that they're constantly evolving and updating. But that can also be a problem, because if you've got so many products in the field, you need that constant updates as well.
Yeah, but you can accumulate. For our clients, we applied AB update, we're over the air. So, and it's not a big problem to update the device. So it can be updated smoothly without any interruption, with all system check-ins. So, and when it restarts, it will update easily and very quick. So it's not a problem to update the device. So even for some specific needs, the updates could be also provided on the flash disk, because it is easier just to put and install everything, applications and the system and everything.
And one other question I had is, how can you the help from Promwad help to extend the life cycle of some of these products that have been in the field for a long time through some of the services that you might be able to provide to freshen up a firmware?
So basically, when there is a fleet of the devices in the field, it could be very expensive to update that into new hardware, new platform, new devices, because sometimes there are like tens of thousands of the devices, and even like if device costs like $20, that will be a fortune, right, to update everything. So basically, you have to update and update the software, the firmware, especially if the devices are based on Android, because basically they release the security patches. Sometimes you need to tweak your device to install those patches. So you can come to us and our Android guys, they will help you to update the firmware, implement the security patches, and make the device up to date with the up-to-date Android.
So guys, thank you so much for joining me over this series. It's been a pleasure seeing you and meeting you for the first time, although we've been working together for some time, but it's the first time actually working together in kind of reality. So now let's make sure we're not digital pixels. And, well, good luck to you, and I'll hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you. Cheers.